All right, you guys, I'm going to show you how to create your quadrant on your paper and how to measure that out, okay? So if you missed it in class when we set it up, I will help you. We're trying to make an 8 by 10 box, okay? So that's what we want to do. So on your paper, horizontally, we're going to measure to 10 inches. So go from left to right all the way over to 10, make a mark, do the same thing on this side. So go over to 10. We have 2 marks on the top and bottom. We're going to connect those 2 marks with a line. So line up your ruler. Make sure it's lined up with both those marks and go ahead and draw your line. Okay, we're going to do the same thing now on the sides. We want it to be 8 inches, okay? A normal piece of computer paper is an 8.5 by 11. So at 8, go ahead and make a mark. You're going to do the same thing on the left side. I'm going to scoot this over so I don't knock the camera around. And we're going to go down to 8 inches. If you guys don't have a ruler, it's going to be very hard to do this, but try your best with the straight edge and try to, I guess the sizes. This is distance learning, and normally at school we have all the same materials and supplies, but you won't be marked down for it if it's not perfectly 4 by 5 inches, okay? So just try your best to work with what you've got. So now I'm going to connect this line across, so we have an 8 by 10 box. This is your perimeter of your paper, okay? So now what we're going to do is we need to split this in half. So from this far edge to the line that you drew, we're going to measure over 5 inches, okay? So we're splitting that 10-inch box in half. So we're just going to put a mark on the top at 5 and a mark on the line that you drew on the bottom at 5. So go ahead and do that. We're then going to connect those 2 marks. Now this line literally runs right through the center of your drawing. So you want to draw this nice and light. I'm going to do it probably a little bit darker so you can see it on the camera, but you want to try to draw this light because you're going to eventually go back in and erase this line, okay? So there is my center line. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark each side down 4 inches. So 4 inches from the top to the line that you made. So I'm going to move this over again so I don't hit the camera. And I'm going to find my 4-inch center line, put a mark there. And do the same thing on the far right side on the line that I drew. Okay, so I'm going to put a mark there. Again, this line also runs through the center of your drawing, so we want to draw this line nice and light. We're going to connect those 2 points. Okay, go ahead and do that. Now we have our 4 quadrants set up. Once you're done with this, I personally would probably trim these edges off so it doesn't, 1, confuse you, and 2, it just looks cleaner. In class, we would either have a 1-inch border, so it's even all the way around, on nice large drawing paper, or we would trim it off with a paper cutter. Just make sure you cut straight, because if you cut crooked, you're going to mess up your boxes. Like I'm doing now. Okay, so now we have our quadrant set up. It's a 10, so 8 by 10. So this whole side here is 8 inches. This whole side here is 10. And then each box is broken down to a 4 by 5. So this is 4 by 5 inches. Okay. Hopefully that clarifies anything, and let me know if you guys still have questions after that, but I will post this on the stream for you guys, okay? All right.